Greetings and bienvenue, Midnight Crew. Thank you for returning to this broadcast, and welcome to new viewers joining us for the first time. If you like a video, then feel free to subscribe.
I think my dad was a werewolf. I'm not making this shit up. These events actually happened to me, and I'm not crazy. I'm on edge all the time, but that's my hypothesis. Be me, 9 years old, in rural southern Illinois, summertime. Parents had recently been in a heated divorce. Still get visitation with my mom, but for now living with my dad in the house they once shared. Dad gets really depressed because of divorce, but still pushes on for me. Even though I was 9, I knew the divorce was because of me, and my parents weren't just ready to raise a child. Anyway, one night while reading a really awesome book my dad picked out at the library for me, I hear a really loud crash downstairs. Hear my father yell loudly in anger. "Stupid machine!" He mutters something again, and I hear something crash to the ground again. Then everything goes silent. I freeze up and listen. After a few moments, I call out for my dad. No answers. Call out again. Suddenly, I hear the tortured scream of my father, cut short by a loud crash of glass and the sound of something large breaking. "Anon! Call your mom! Go to my room and call your mother! Her number is on my dresser! Tell her to—" He's suddenly cut off by a sound of ripping fabric, then the glass side door breaking violently, followed by silence. Totally freaked out now. Don't know what to do. 9-year-old brain is overloaded with fear. Start crying softly because I think I just heard my father die. Call out for my dad. He doesn't respond. I'm shaking. I don't hear anything coming from the downstairs. Muster up the courage to get out of my bed and to peek into the hallway. The light downstairs is still on. Shakily call out for my dad. I'm sobbing so hard I can barely make it out. Still no reply. I walk slowly out into the upstairs hallway and into my dad's room. Once I'm inside, I slam the door and lock it. I let it all out. Sob for a good 30 minutes before I find Mom's number on the dresser. She didn't answer even though I called her plenty, leaving a message after. I finally call 911 like they taught me in school. Say straight to the operator. I thought someone murdered my dad. Operator sounds shaken up. Probably never received a call like this in southern Illinois before. Send a unit towards my house. Sit in my dad's bedroom petting Boxer. My dad's cat trying to calm down until the sheriff arrives with 8 squad cars trailing behind him. Sheriff and his posse bust down the door in full SWAT gear toting assault rifles. Secure the home, then take me to a squad car with Boxer. While walking out, I saw the living room. Looked like an animal clawed its way out. Barely any blood, just giant claw marks on the furniture and shattered glass. At police station, really nice female officer gets me ice cream from McDonald's and asks me a lot of questions about the incident. After questioning, I fell asleep with Boxer. Wake up to a tired sheriff busting in the door of my makeshift bedroom. They found my dad. They took him to the hospital, but they said he'd be all right. Apparently the police thought they had it figured out, that an animal like a bear attacked. Uncommon, but not impossible. He was all right after a few days in hospital. He had a few bruises, but was otherwise okay. We go back to living in the house, but my dad is different. He's really anxious every night. He doesn't look at himself in the mirror the same, and he keeps questioning me about what happened and what I saw. One day, hear him arguing on the phone with my mother. She called the police after she heard my voicemails. He wants to send me away to my mom's for a week. Mom keeps saying no, only on visitation, because her job prevents her from taking care of me. He hangs up frustrated, comes into my room and starts yelling at me. I start crying. Blames me for all the shit that has gone wrong in his life. Leaves my room in a mess and me in shambles. Cry till 12 at night holding my jumbo teddy bear. I hear my father crying too.
Be me. Start a new job at a theater and convention center. Some staff have been there for 20+ years. My first week, I was basically sick of people warning me about a ghost in the green room. Assume they're all just trying to joke around with me. Write it off as such. Get on with the job. Have to take a catering rider to the green room before the performer arrives. Go into the green room to lay out catering and stock the fridge with beer. Adjoining the green room is a 2-seat makeup room and lighted mirrors. See reflection of someone sitting in the makeup chair. I apologized from around the corner for not having the catering in the room before the act had arrived. Polite, soft-spoken male voice replies, "It's fine, son." Finish up laying out catering rider and wish the performer luck as I leave. Push the catering cart out into the hallway and close the door as I leave. Walking down the service corridor as the talent entrance doors open up and the act for the night walk in. Greet the act and calmly park the cart before walking back to the green room to show them through. The green room is empty. No one in the makeup room, only one entrance, and it's visible from the service corridor. Ask older staff a few days later about the ghost they all keep talking about. They call him Old Jack. Describe him as a polite, elderly gentleman. Was one of the original resident comedy players and founder of the theater. Seen him twice more since then. Once again in the makeup chair and once on a couch behind a costume rack. He just sits patiently until you approach him and then just kind of fades into a mist. Haven't tried filming or photographing him yet.
Was around 13 at the time. 4th of July and fireworks, the usual. Have 4th of July party 2 blocks down the road from a park. Adults and park people leave. 2 a.m. or round about there. We snoop for leftover fireworks in the park because drunkies leave them everywhere. Relatively small town, and everyone gathers in this park on the 4th. Me, my best friend, my cousin, and my sister, all cruising for fireworks. We find many, have laughs, launch a huge firework wrong and it hits the school we are next to. The park also shared the same blocks with an elementary school, lighting Roman candles and having little battles. My cousin says he thinks someone is watching us. He just looks in the direction of whatever it is and nods his head as if to tell us to look too. We do. We see a white car driving next to us. We pretend not to notice them just in case. They go out of view around the block behind the water tower. All right, whatever, we continue our delinquent quad squad trouble. They come around again about 5 minutes later. All right, we still stay and light some more. The car circles another time and then another time. This time it's even slower. Non-tinted windows. There were 4 people in that car that looked to be college students or young adults. They looked just a bit creepy. Stranger danger, man. We started walking back home to my best friend's house. On our way back, we arrive at the 2-block mark. We're on the end of the park. Car pulls up, and 4 men get out about 50 feet from where we are. Just stare, we all do. Men ask us to come over to them if they want to talk to us. Can see that one guy has object in his hand. They're creepy and hesitant to approach almost, but still getting closer. Cousin Yell whispers, "Book it." We all run like no tomorrow back to house. Look back to see the men immediately get back in car. Get home in no time, get inside, and watch park corner from window. These fuckers circle a couple more times. Sleep after they leave.
Maybe not paranormal, but it was the first moment in my life where I was genuinely frightened. Be me 20 years old. 6 years ago. Visiting good old home village. Start driving home early in the morning, about 2 a.m. because of long way back to Germany. After 2 hours of driving, the sun begins to rise. Notice something in the distance. Is it a person? Yes, I see a man running, limping along the road in the middle of nowhere in Russia. He's wearing torn clothing. I roll down the window, but lock the car door because of danger and mugging. Call out to him. He's not responding, just looking at me, then running again. Stop the car and call out to him again. Then I hear music and see lights from the distance. Van pulls up with rapid speed, playing loud music. You know the SpongeBob song by Tiny Tim. Lights blinding me. Can't see the driver. 3 people jump out of the car, one armed, the other 2 wearing overalls and the masks you wear at construction sites because of pollution. The 2 pull a man into the van and inject him. The other person looks at me and walks up to the car. I just floor it and drive another 2 hours straight without stopping. Called Grandma about it. She doesn't know what to reply. To this day, I don't know what happened, and I don't want to know either.
Summer 2008, I think. Be me, around 13. Living with mum and dad. Comfy home, kinda old. Always been weird noises at night. Boiler, floors, etc. Something always seemed off. Weird shit occasionally happens around the house. Old rocking chair aggressively swaying back and forth. Taps turning themselves on and off. Radio occasionally turns itself on at midnight. Always used rational explanations. Breeze, faulty plumbing and electrics. Shit begins to get stranger and stranger. Weird shit began to happen more often. Chair would start swaying real violently, but no windows or doors were left open. Taps adopted a mind of their own. Shower would turn itself on and off. Remember taking a shower once. Real steamy, content as fuck. Turns itself off for several seconds, then blasts icy cold water. Jump out and taps begin to fuck with me. Bursts of hot and cold. Leave bathroom thinking plumbing was just having a stroke or something. Walk into dining room and rocking chair was not only swaying, but had also moved from one end of the room to the other. I had been home alone all day. Fast forward to the next day, parents are in work, as per usual. Minding my business, radio on, tunes. Washing up my dishes from dinner. Radio changes station. Plays nothing but static. I try messing with it and it just shuts off. Silence. Thinking to myself, what the fuck? Hear a long, painful wail or moan hard to describe from upstairs. Still remember the sound. Frozen with fear. Sink overflowing. Plate and sponge in hand. Suddenly hear a massive bang from above, where my room was. Sounded like someone had pushed over a set of drawers or something. Silence returns. Silence turns into the pitter-patter of footsteps above, coming from my room. Look up and follow the direction along the ceiling, heading down the hallway and toward the stairs. Footsteps accompanied by some freaky-sounding, almost distorted laughter. Drop everything and nope the fuck out. Had my brown pants on and just left. Didn't even close my front door. Hoofed it to my grandparents' house. They lived about a 5-minute walk from mine. Burst in and tell them what had just happened. They try to think up a rational explanation and offer me something to drink. Tell them I kinda left the front door open and Gramps insists to head straight back with me. Get back to mine. Door is wide open. Gramps gives me a look of disapproval. I shrug it off. I bet he'd have bolted as fast as I did. We get inside and the radio has come back on after its little incident earlier. Seems as though the volume had gone all the way up, blasting some old 50s music from an oldie radio station. Cliché, but well played. Spook. Gramps heads upstairs after I tell him about the bang growl laughter. I sort the mess out in the kitchen. He comes back downstairs and reports nothing out of the ordinary. No open windows. Nothing had fallen. Everything A-OK. believes it all to just be teen superstition, scared of my own imagination kind of stuff. What was weird was that after this, nothing out of the ordinary ever happened again. Seemed as though everything was working fine now. No icy showers, no radio turning itself on at midnight, no rocking chair. Nothing. To this day, I feel as though whatever it was trapped inside my house, progressively getting more and more aggressive, trying to get out. Parents never saw anything that I seen. Only other person that witnessed some of these strange events was a friend of mine, same age. Maybe whatever was inside my house just wanted to leave, and in me leaving and leaving the front door open, whatever it was could finally escape. Find out years later that the previous owners, an old couple, had a teenage son who died in the house. After years, I kind of figured the spook was just fucking with me, purely for its own amusement. The ghost of the teenager that died in that house had been trapped and decided to toy with me, just for shits and giggles. My face when I unintentionally gave a dead kid stuck in some kind of limbo his freedom by fucking up and leaving the front door open.
Seen UFO, but it was very uneventful, but very unnerving. And I was a little spooked for the next 24 hours. I live in a rural location, by the way. Midsummer, gaming in the late hours of the night as usual. The night sky has a tint of blue, so at least an hour before the sun comes out. Getting parched, so take a quick water break. Fill my cup with tap water in the kitchen and gaze into the distance towards the mountains. As I sip my water, something catches my attention from the corner of my eye. Adjust my gaze and I can clearly see the shape of something I've never seen before. It was long and very geometric, almost like a rectangle but with extended bottom corners. The whole thing was one solid color, almost orange, and looked like it was made of light. I opened the window to get a better look, and it was sitting stationary over a small community about 10 kilometers away, and it looked quite large. The object began to fade very slowly over 15 to 20 seconds. Immediately, I thought it was the sun hitting the mountains. Look to the east and see no visible sun peeking through. Still quite dark. Sit back down and process if that was real. Paranoia sets in. Maybe the UFO I saw knows I saw it, and I compromised its mission, so now I am next. Turn the TV on and watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs to clear my mind. The sun comes up, and I started to feel safe. In the end, nothing came of it. I don't think it knew I saw it, and I am just glad I seen something for myself, because I tend to be very skeptic of this kinds of things and other people's bullshit.
Be me. In a woods, but not too far in. Was out practicing bushcraft stuff and working out trying to get fit till dusk. Make way out to small open field area to sit, turn on the MP3 player, open a tinny and contemplate life as a full moon rose over the treetops. Was comfy enough and didn't plan to stay long, so I didn't make a fire, which I started to regret as I noticed lots of flying critters gathering around. What was at first a minor annoyance started to grow more uncomfortable as I noticed shitloads more bugs gathering and circling around me. Start feeling a shortness in breath, that weird oncoming headache feeling, and just general shitty feeling. Think maybe I overdid it during the day, so try to calm down. Starts growing to a really ugly, heavy feeling like I need to leave immediately, so I pack in a hurry and start to walk towards the road. The entire walk out felt like an oppressive onslaught of negative energy driving me out. I felt like passing out multiple times, feel it dissipate after a certain point, and once got out to the road it was gone. Felt completely fine, and I noticed I still had plenty of energy the entire walk home. Get home and relax, try to explain it away and shrug it off. I take phone out my bag to see what buddies are up to, see I have a missed call and voicemail. The number area is completely blank. I've never seen this before. It always at least says unknown caller even if someone blocks their number. Listen to voicemail. Got chills and standing hairs as the sounds of a weird voice was saying weird shit I couldn't understand, and it sounded all echoey like it was coming through an amp with the reverb jacked way up. Look at the time the call came in. It was about the same time I was booking it out the woods. What the fuck? .jpg.
Live in Alaska at the time, my chances of getting wrecked by the supernatural are already fucked. Just bought a Subaru Legacy, driving alongside the Seward Highway at 11 p.m., a few cars here and there, windy night too. Suddenly the Legacy is giving me issues with the headlights, which is a big fat no on a dark winter night. Pull over into a lot, which is basically a huge gravel pit for cars to stop for situations like this. Car makes a terrible noise, and I shut it off, pop the hood, and walk out with the old glove box flashlight, and stand up the hood, hang flashlight over top of the engine. Both hands free, just standing over the engine doing quick scans, because maybe something burst. Wasn't a huge car enthusiast at the time, but knew the basics due to where I was living. Suddenly the flashlight gives out and I grab it and start swearing like an autist. Suddenly I hear mechanical clicking behind me. Sounds like it's on the polar opposite of the lot. I'm basically on top of the road. Realize I haven't heard a car or the wind in a really long time. The whirring sounds like a roller coaster tugging a train of cars up an incline. Enough light off the moon to look back to my car and feel back to the driver's side and sort of crouch, look into the direction of the sound. Eyes water and flashlight comes on in my hand. The switch was in the on position. Shine on watch and it's 2 a.m. The car passes behind me, realize the noise is gone. Close-up Subaru and it drives fine. Leave. I'm not superstitious, but I never figured out what happened that night.
Take friends camping. Me and friend fishing. Ask her how she's been playing the catch-up game since it's been years since we hung out. Tells me she's glad to be out 'cause her house is haunted. Lol, okay. Take her back to main camp. She left her phone. Go back to get it. There's some weirdo out there. Forget this? And shows me the phone. Yeah, thank you so much. Hands me the phone and walks off. Week later. Friend calls me to ask me if she can stay with me. Say yeah. Decide to go in and grab her bags for her. Is this when you get possessed and kill me? I'm ready for some Evil Dead shit. She gets mad. Ask where she normally hears stuff. Tells me mostly in the attic, basement, and when she comes home, stuff is misplaced, missing. Tell her we'll check her attic tomorrow, whatever I can do to make her feel better. Load her bag up. Look across street before slamming trunk. See a guy 2 houses down and across the street. Kinda looks like the guy from the woods. Get in car and drive by as we head to my home. Sure enough, it's Woods guy. Ask her about him. That's the landlord's brother, he's really nice. Don't bother telling her I seen him in the woods that day. Next day, tell her we're staying at her house tonight. Drop her off. Park car 2 blocks away, as I'm afraid it will ruin my plan. Walk back and go inside. Don't say a word the entire time. Only communicate via text. Wait in attic all night. Nothing happens. Next day she goes to work and I stay in her attic. After a quick power nap, I post back up. 3 hours later. Hear sounds in basement. Decide to creep back down into her room with old Mossy and my phone ready. Who's creeping on who now? Her door begins to open. Hear the person walking through. Hear her drawers open and a belt unbuckle and some unzipping. Oh God, is this real? Take a quick peek. Landlord's brother is stealing her undies. Kick the door shut and point old Mossy at him. He jumps and turns around. Stops as he sees me standing. Tell him lay on the floor as is and turn his palms up and cross his legs with his head down. Says he'll grab my gun if I try to call the cops. Joke's on you, bud, I've had them on the line the whole time. Start shouting the address. 10 minutes or so, cops finally show up. Almost got shot 'cause I was the one with a gun, but LOL, I complied. Turns out there's a secret tunnel between the shed and basement built by the last owner, and the brothers knew. Both were stalking her for the 3 months she was there.
Be me. Go on picnic with family outside of Huancayo, Peru. We used to live there. Go to foggy area, pretty chill day. Eat our lunch and decide to explore the local mountainside. Fog began to clear up by then. Notice all the little caves dotting the mountainside. Spend next 3 hours looking through all the caves. Most are super shallow and nothing really of interest. We save the big cave for last. We all head in and notice a worn path slightly up the side. Take it and look over. Fucking skeleton is right there. The head is severed and the rest of the body is scattered all around. My sister takes her hat off and snaps a pic of the skelly. Friend with us claims it was a young woman. I don't know if it was true. Spend rest of the day spooked.
Be carpenter. Shit ton of work. We were doing 7 days a week, 12-hour shifts since the deadline is close. New guy is hired at work from one of those freelancer websites. Skinny-looking dude with face tats. He is appointed as my helper. Dude is shady, sometimes acts like Gollum in real life. Once I asked him if he liked pizza, since I was out to buy lunch for everyone. Sometimes the boss feels generous, and we buy food for everyone. He answers, "We do like pizza." Assume that he is just weird. After a couple of weeks of working with him and having random conversations about stuff like space and time, etc., he invites me to go to a bar after work. Since I like to drink, an NYC alcohol tax is stupid. I accept to get shit-faced on his expense. We arrived at this place downtown. It's a basement. We get patted down and have to hand in our backpacks full of work clothes, etc. I don't mind, since the only thing inside the backpack worth more than $20 is the backpack itself. We are led to this creepy-ass room that looks like where you get the private dances at a strip club. A woman with stuff written all over her body with a Sharpie. It's like 666 and pentagrams and other crazy shit drawn on her skin. She brings 2 drinks and puts them on the coffee table in front of the couch. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude leans forward and grabs her very hard. She makes a light squeal and has teary eyes. He has a scary-looking grin. She leaves like it's a normal thing. He drinks the dark liquor and leans back, relaxing. I'm in full panic right now, and assume that the drink might be laced, not taking the risk. Tell him I gotta use the bathroom and haul ass without even picking up my backpack from reception. Hope those weirdos enjoy my sweaty and covered in paint stains pants and shirt. The guy never returned to work after that. I don't even know if he picked up his check.
I hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If you enjoyed tonight's story, then please subscribe to the channel, as more Greentext will appear daily. A new broadcast will appear when the clock strikes midnight Central Time.